Carousel pieces are made up of about 30 pieces of wood, usually poplar or bass, which is the softest of the hardwoods. And you can see how it's assembled. There are layers and layers and layers of pieces that are laminated together with animal hide glue and doweling. There are no screws or nails that are used in the configuration of an animal. And you can see that the bellies are hollow. One, because of the weight, obviously, of the animal, to lessen that, but also so that the wood can continue to breathe and move. But we call them the original time capsules because we end up finding all kinds of interesting things inside if we open them up for restoration. In this case, we found a hornet's nest and an Irish sweepstake ticket, which was a loser, of course. And immigrants came to this country from all over the world, and they brought with them their cabinet making skills, which they adapted to this profession. And those are the people who became probably the 10 most important carvers of the day at the turn of the century. In the United States, there are 3 schools of carving: the country fair style, the Philadelphia style, and the Coney Island style. The country fair style is shown by that white horse in the back. That's a Spillman, and it's smaller in size and less detailed, and they're a little more compact, and they're the ones that traveled from country fair to country fair, so they were taking the carousels up and down all the time. So the animals were designed to be able to accommodate that kind of treatment. Notice, on that horse in the back, the ear is carved into the mane. So when you transport that horse, possibly that ear won't pop off and you won't be replacing it and maintaining the horse. The Philadelphia style of carving is shown by the Denzel stander in the back, the dapple, and he's magnificent. Philadelphia style animals are stately, very realistically carved, and in his case, he has a roached mane, so he has a very militaristic kind of look. When the horse people come into this museum, they absolutely migrate to that horse first. And we joke all the time that if we had an apple on our hand, he'd probably eat it. Look how realistic that head is. He's magnificent. And then the third style of carving, which happens to be my favorite, is the Coney Island style of carving. And when you think of Coney Island, you think of lights and glitz, and it's shown by this magnificent Ilian's jumper right here in front of us that is spectacular. And the horses are realistically carved, but a little more flamboyant, and the manes are spectacular. MC Ilian's was known for his flamboyant manes, the use of lots of gold leaf, and the color vermilion. There are also 3 stances on a carousel for the animals. The stander horse is shown by the Denzel in the back, the dapple that we looked at, and he does not go up and down on the ride. He just goes around and around. The prancer horse has 2 legs down and 2 hooves up, and that's shown by the piece that is in primer right here. And 2 legs down, 2 hooves up, but it doesn't go up and down. And then around 1907, Mr. Mangles introduced the jumping mechanism, and everybody was retrofitting carousels because all of a sudden they got that extra motion involved in the carousel action, and so the horses that were put on the rides could all go up and down, and everybody wants to ride a jumper. And that's shown here by the MC Ilian's horse that with the fabulous flame mane. And I mean, what a great ride with that mane blowing and going up and down on that horse.